Good morning, guys. Going to do a video today. First, I was going to show you on this cage. It's neat. So I take these white things out, and it makes these one pin. See, they're one pin. This doe has both these. This doe has both these. The bottom does are still in one pin, but I'll fix that soon. The little guys are growing like weeds. I'll sell them, butcher them the next couple weeks. But what this video is about is seeing a lot of people commenting on full freezers and not breeding, but just because they have too much in the freezer they haven't eaten. And so this, I'm going to talk to you about the next step in what I would do if you're in this case. Now I'm talking to people that have already had rabbits for about a year. They've raised their rabbits. They've put them in the freezer, everything. Now they're realizing that they have them in the freezer. They're getting stuck with a rabbit. They don't want to breed them no more because they're not, they don't want any more in the freezer. And so they're feeding them for no reason. Okay, if you're in this position, this is what I would do next. Okay, you've already had rabbits, and so you know how to do rabbits, okay? Two scenarios. The first one doesn't really make much sense, but you can do it. One is butcher all your breeding stock, put them in the freezer. You'll have plenty in the freezer if you're already filled up for a good year, and then start all over in a year. Downside of that is, if you're like me, you get attached to your breeding stock, and you really don't want to hit them on the head. And even if you have a couple that have got sassy with you a couple times that you wouldn't mind hitting in the head, usually there's a couple that you would. So that, for me, doesn't really work. The second one is, it is time to start looking into going into pedigreed rabbits. It doesn't matter what breed you do. It can be Californian, it can be New Zealand, it can be New Zealand Red, New Zealand Black, Champagne, Palomino, Rex Standard. There is a lot of different rabbits out there, but go into a pedigreed, and that way you'll be able to sell your offspring. Now, this costs money. Usually pedigreed can run anywhere from $50 an animal to $125 an animal, but it's an investment. The reason I don't recommend this when you first get into rabbits is because you need a trial by error. There's nothing worse than getting a trio for $300 of rabbits and losing one from ignorance of not knowing better. That's why I always recommend people to do like I'm doing right now, and just get some rabbits and enjoy them and raise a litter out of them. Just see how they do. Find the likes, the dislikes, in that kind of scenario. And then once you've done that, and you get to the point that you're saying, JR, got a freezer full of rabbits. I still got rabbits. I love my rabbits, but I can't afford to feed my rabbits all year. It's not helping me out anymore. Then it's time to get into pedigreed rabbits. The reason being is, like around here, there's a lot of different breeds of rabbits. There's no standard Rex around here. There's no red New Zealand around here for 100 miles. That is a reputable breed that I could just go get some. I mean, if you're out there, you're close to me. I'm not saying you're not. I just don't know of you. The two that I would stay away from are the white New Zealand and the Californian, just because the big meat farms, that's what they raise. And so it's usually pretty easy to find breeding stock of those two breeds, the Californian and the white New Zealand. So branch off on something that you haven't seen and that you don't have, and you may have to travel a ways to get it. Champagne's a good one. Trying to think of Palomino. I saw my first Palomino the other day. They were a real pretty rabbit. The black New Zealand, the red New Zealand. You know how much I love red New Zealand. They're my favorite rabbit of choice. Standard Rex. There's not very many of them out there anymore. And so there's quite a few different breeds, and I'm sure I'm missing some. So if I'm missing it, I'm not purposely downing your rabbit. No, I'm just saying the ones that are the top of my head. But go towards that. Either give your rabbits away for pets, or put them in the freezer, or extend your rabbitry just enough to hold the rabbits that you can't bear to kill or dispatch, and then purchase registered rabbits, purchase the software to register your babies, and then start making you some money on the side. A lot of these breeds, like Red New Zealand, they'll go for $50 for a buck, $60 for a doe. and people are grateful to get them because they don't have them. That being said, be real careful as you breed them. There's a lot of pitfalls. One, don't. Okay, if you have white, I'm trying to explain it as easy as possible. Let's say I have this white New Zealand right here, and it's bred to that lot buck. It's nothing, and I sell the babies for 10, okay? Let's say you've been doing that for a year. Well, all of a sudden you have registered stock, and you want 60 for the does and 50 for the bucks, but they're not selling as fast as you want. But you know if you put $30 on them, you can sell the whole batch in no time. Don't do it. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Even though you're getting 3 times the amount you got for the mixed breeds, you're flooding the market around your area, and you won't be able to get that market back. And so my motto is, you're still using them for the freezer. If I have a litter of 8 reds and I sell 3, that's $150 for 3 reds, or usually $150 because usually somebody bought a trio. I do 50 a piece, and so $150 for a trio. I put the other 5 in the freezer. I'm not going to take any less than $50 a piece. And that being said, you won't flood the market that way because only breeders that are going to carry on will buy them. You won't have nobody coming and buying a whole litter and going right down the road and start raising them in mass production and selling them right underneath you for $20 a pop. Okay? And so remember that. There's some things to watch out for. It's great. We have caller ID or just ask, but it's great not to sell pedigreed to your county. It'll mess up when you, another benefit is the 4-8, the kids showing them. But if you sell them in your county, you'll be shooting yourself in the foot because they'll be showing against you. Another thing, don't sell a large group to somebody you don't know for the same reason I mentioned before. Somebody will come, and I've had this happen twice, not to me, but to a close friend, that they said, oh, we're going to start out 4-H. We want 4 does and 2 bucks out of different litters. This is awesome, blah, 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 blah. And it was all a scam. They lived 20 miles down the road from these other people, and they sat there and mass-produced these rabbits. They bred them in. It was red New Zealands. They bred them in with white New Zealands in a big chicken house kind of situation. And it wasn't 6 months till this person was out of business because people were scared to buy in that area because they had been burnt by buying from this individual that had mixed white, that had just been sloppy with breeding, been breeding for $20 rabbits instead of $50 rabbits. Okay? And so, but I just wanted to make this video. That is the next step for you. If you are in a bind now saying, okay, we have rabbits, they're fun, we enjoy them, but our freezer is full, we're still paying rabbit food, what do we do, JR? Okay, this is what you do, what I just told you. Research it, figure out what's best for you, travel, go look at them. You don't have to buy the first thing that pops up. But you get you some registered rabbits, breeding registered meat-type rabbits, preferably not white New Zealand or Californian for the reasons I said. It's easier to get that breeding stock. But one of the different breeds that are more rare, and sell pedigreed rabbits. The ones you don't sell, you eat. It'll be less in the freezer and more in the bank. Okay? I hope this helps. Have a great day. Proud of everybody out there that has taken on this project. If I haven't been on your channel and looked at your videos, please personal comment me, or the best way is personal comment me, because if you just comment on one of the videos, sometimes I don't get it. I don't understand. But so personal comment, say, hey, I did videos, I'm doing rabbits. We look at them, and I'll be glad to look at them and enjoy it. And like I said, this isn't a, what would you call it, a good example of rabbits. This is just rabbits. I wanted some rabbits. The top one's due in about a week. I'm not sure if she bred. I only bred her once to the buck, and then I was going to go back that afternoon and breed her, and I forgot. The bottom 3 are bred. They're huge, and I'm going to get them all situated and ready to start nesting and everything in the next couple of days. But I will let you know when we start having babies. Good luck to everybody out there. Hope this information helped. Just stay with it. I'm very proud of y'all. The videos I've watched are very, very awesome. But that's the step I'd do next, is I'd go to pedigreed rabbits. A little bit more investment, but you'll be able to make some money off rabbits instead of just putting money into feed and not breeding them because you don't have any freezer space, okay? Thank y'all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.